All right, I'm here with Kristin Jusczcyk and Emma Greer. They just launched a wonderful new line of NFL branded jackets, puffer jackets. I tried them on. They're so warm. They're so comfortable. I'm so excited to have you all here. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, we're so excited to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course. So tell me a little bit about, I'm really curious about the specific teams you chose.
Yeah.
I saw that before for your own, style ideas.
Yeah.
You checked the social media comments to see what people like and what they're doing. How did you land on these 5 teams? Did you get inspiration from social media?
Yeah.
How did you do it?
I think Emma and I knew that it was really important to walk before we run. And I know, of course, people want all 32 teams. And we want to make sure what's most important to us is that our customer's happy. And instead of coming out with the floodgates with all 32 teams and all these different styles, we wanted to start small and make sure what's so important to us is when our customer gets the jacket that they love it and they're happy. And we want to know the feedback. If there's anything that we need to change or if there's any silhouette that needs to get changed, we want to know that first before we expand. So I think it was really important for us. I wanted to choose the top teams that I personally, we wanted to see, like, maybe in our minds, but obviously we don't have a crystal ball. We don't know who would have the longest season.
A little bit of guesswork.
Yeah, it was definitely guesswork. And unfortunately, like, the 49ers season didn't pan out the way we intended for it to. But in our minds, I was like, okay, who do I think has the best chances of making it in the postseason? And I feel like we did a pretty good job. Because
We did a really good job. And by the way, we could never have launched it without the 49ers. We'd never have worked.
Never.
But our full intention is to make sure that we can embrace the entire league and have all 32 teams.
Absolutely.
So just watch this space. We're coming.
Yes.
You did a great job. I mean, guessing exactly. And already, I checked yesterday, there were already 4 sold out.
Can you
and
believe
has it been
that?
more? Yeah, first day.
It's wild. I think that whenever you launch a brand, your hope is that things go really well. But this has really surpassed our expectations. And as we come together this morning in New York, we just looked at each other and were like, that's insane, right? It's like completely insane. But I think it's testament to all the work that Kristin's been doing. She has cultivated an unbelievable fan base and a community that have been watching everything that she's done. And so it kind of just means, people are into what she's doing, they want what she's doing, and they're here for it. And I just hope when people get off-season product that they're just going to feel like inspired to buy more, because this is just the very, very beginning. The puffers are just the beginning.
Absolutely.
We've done a lot of work over the last year, and so I think that there's just going to be a lot of excitement about what comes next.
Yeah, I saw you were talking about corset tops.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's so much to do. I mean, I think what's so fun, I've been telling Emma, for the past 5 years, I made something new for every game. And it's almost like testing the market. So we know, like, okay, this is what people want. This is what people don't want, maybe. And I think it's really fun to just play around with all different silhouettes. And like she said, we're starting with puffers, but we have countless silhouettes to play with, and that's female and male. So we're super excited to see.
Yeah. Emma, I want to ask you, you've obviously launched really successful brands in the past, Good American, Skims. Now you're going into sports, and that's a totally different animal. Tell me what that's been like for you.
It's been actually amazing. I honestly think that brands work best when they're lockstep with what's happening in popular culture. And I think if you just look at what's happened, outside of being a sports fan, I grew up going to soccer, not football. I've retrained myself every single week of my life. But what's happened in the wider culture is that whether you follow the football season or not, we're obsessed with Super Bowl. You saw what happened with the Olympics, and then now what's happening with women's sports. And so, we're just seeing this unbelievable amount of interest in sports, and people know what feels good, right? They know if they get a quality or a premium garment. And I just think we need to create more clothing for the fans, because people want to support their teams. They want to be seen to be supporting their teams. And there's just such a lack of interesting product that's out there, and that's why I think people are so interested in Kristin, because you look at her and you're like, where does she get that? How does she make it? That looks so good, and everybody wants to turn up looking good. So I'm just excited about this category, but I think we're creating a lane completely and entirely of our own. We're going to completely reinvent what it means to have premium, amazing, gorgeous clothes and be a fan. And we want stuff that, whether or not you're going to a game, that you're just going to want to wear because you love it so much.
Absolutely. I think that's what's so important. We wanted to make sure this was a brand that wasn't just meant for game days. This is meant for, you're going out to brunch with your friends, or you're walking the streets, you're going to the bars, you're running errands. This is something that you just feel comfortable in, you feel cool in, you feel confident in, and that's really what encapsulates the whole brand as a whole.
Yeah, that's so wonderful. Yeah. Of course, I have to ask about Taylor Swift. I'm a huge Swiftie, and I've also written a lot about her business impact in the sports world, including in fashion. I talked to one designer of a bracelet she had worn and how their sales just, went crazy after that. How did she kind of helped change your career.
Yeah, I mean, single-handedly, truly, I give all my credit to her. I think, you know, what's so important, I think, for any small business owner, getting it on the right people so people can see it. And I think it was just so special. And I mean, I've always said, like, she could wear whatever she wanted, truly, any designer. And it was just so incredibly thoughtful. And I think it just shows that who she is as a person to support somebody who is, you know, a small business who handcrafted something and she chose to wear it. So I think, you know, it was just a pinch me moment for me, all my hard work. And I knew that I believed in this so much, and I also knew that it was important for me to place it on other people besides myself, because I dressed myself for 5 years, right?
Forever, yeah.
So it was really cool because Simone Biles, like she also absolutely incredible. She wore one of my vests, and then Kyle's teammates did. So it was kind of like, I like to say that they, you know, lit the match, and then she set it on fire, and it really was such a pinch me.
Yeah, and his teammates have been modeling some of your new jackets.
Yeah.
Too, right?
I love that you say modeling. Because those shots were really, like, I watched them and I was like, wow.
They're
look
blue
at these
stealing
guys.
it.
Yeah, they really were. They
yeah.
really were.
Yeah, they've been
my
so
goodness.
incredibly supportive. I mean, I'm so lucky. I just have the best friends. I think being on the 49ers for 8 years, my husband, we've just made his teammates are family to us, truly.
Yeah.
So they've just been so supportive of me the whole journey, and it's been just incredible to see.
Yeah.
And we've had amazing people reach out to us over the last couple of days as we've been teasing the brand. It's been crazy. People asking like all sorts of questions. I saw a comment in my today that was like Reese Witherspoon saying, Emma, like, when are you going to do the NHL? I was like, what? Like, we just launched like today. But okay, yes, whatever Reese wants, 100%. But it's amazing that there's that kind of interest around it. And I think that says so much about where we are as a culture and how much sports really move people. So it's exciting.
I think what's so amazing about sports, and I've always said this, it's almost one of the last like live entertainment that you're just completely engulfed in it without your phone.
100%.
You know, you're at concerts, everyone's videotaping the whole concert. You're at a football game, no one's videotaping it.
true.
Everyone is locked in. So it's one of those like last present moments that you bring your family to, you're bonding. It's really special, and it's American culture. And then, you know, outside of America too, it's just one of those things that like it genuinely brings people together through different cultures, through different states, different heritage. It's just that common interest. And Kyle always says it's a melting pot. Being in the locker room, I mean, his teammates are from all over the country, different religions, different, you know, political stances, but they have this one common goal, and that's to win football games together, and it just brings so many characters together, and it's just really special.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
Yeah.
That's a lovely way to put it. You mentioned culture. I want to ask, did you think about sort of the purchasing power of Swifties when you were making certain jackets? I know obviously you got some of their favorite players, but you know, we've seen they will put their money down for their favorite players. Did you make
so
extra
crazy.
15 and 87 in red?
Yeah, we just want to make sure that honestly all of our customers are happy. I think that's so important for us.
1000%.
And especially like we really wanted to hone in on the quality of it. I wanted to make sure that the jacket that I gave Brittany and Taylor, that this jacket feels just as nice. It possibly even is nicer, honestly. So truly, I think that was what was so important to us, is just making sure the quality is there just as much as they are when I'm hand making them myself.
Yeah. And are you still hand making just as much now, or are you really
Oh yeah,
focused?
it has not slowed down.
Yeah.
No, I
Still
love
making
every
tons
second of it.
custom?
That's my bread and butter.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I truly never want to stop. And I think what's been so fun for me, it's such a challenge. It doesn't matter if I've made something, if I make a different silhouette, it's learning something completely new again. And it's just fun. And like I said, it's so cool because I get to like test the market and dress
100%.
myself and see if this resonates with people, if this doesn't resonate. And I know, of course, that some of the crazy things that I wear, people aren't going to wear. Like I'm very well aware of that.
Very few of them. It's massive inspiration to our team, because I think every Monday morning I get into the office and the first thing people show me is what Kristin's been wearing over the weekend. And so when you're actually building a business and starting a brand, you need that inspiration every single week. And so Kristin, like, playing around on her sewing machine and putting these things on and then being able to test the reaction, it's hugely inspiring for the team. And we're here to build a real business. This is about taking something that is her passion and that she loves, but turning it into a real brand. And so you've got to have that constant influx of inspiration and somebody that really feels passionate about what they're doing. And that's how all brilliant brands are actually born.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to watch and see what happens. I'm very
you.
excited as you
Us
continue
too.
expanding.
Yeah, that's it. Same.
No,
I
it's
was
awesome.
refreshing my screen like everyone else.
I mean, it seems like it's just been such a great launch, and I'm, really excited for you all, and
Thank you.
excited to, see as you expand, different
you.
teams or markets or whatever. And yeah, I'm a from Chicago, so I'm not expecting you to get there anytime soon. It's okay.
Hey, it's cold in Chicago.
It is cold. We could use those
Chicago.
jackets.
You need
Yeah.
that long jacket that
You
you
do.
had on.
Immediately.
Just
Yeah, true.
Immediately.
And actually, that's the one. Oh no, I have been to the Bears Stadium. It's chilly.
It's cold in there. It's real cold in
It's
there.
rainy. It's snowy. Yeah, we need puffers.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
Simone can get a new Bears one now,
Thank
and
you.
then it can
Yes.
go into
Yeah.
there you go.
Exactly. Yeah, we do.
Exactly. Well, thank you both for taking the
Thank
time. I
you.
really appreciate you being here, Emma Greer and Kristin Jusczcyk for
Thank
Fun
you
Off the
guys.
Skids.